Well, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming to our Toastmasters meeting. My name is Jeff Peters, and I've been in Toastmasters for quite a few years now. I believe about 5 years or so. And I've been at this company for 13 years. Started when it was business objects, and then continued on when it became SAP. And now I am a senior software developer on the SAP Analytics Cloud team. And so, as you know, many of you are either software developers or work in related areas, and you may spend most of your day at a desk working on the computer. And you may think that, well, construction workers, they have to use their body all the time for like hammering things and drilling, and maybe people who play sports for a living, they're always working with their body, get injured. Software development is also a very physical, demanding job, because the body was not really designed to sit at a desk for so long. 8 hours a day, for me it's been 13 years. How many hours that's been? It's a lot of hours. So I wanted to talk to you about some approaches that I found are useful to make sitting at a desk, doing programming or whatever else I'm doing, a sustainable activity that I can do for maybe another 13 years or more until I retire. So I'd like to talk about this topic of ergonomics today as a way to talk about how to make your physical body okay with sitting at a desk and doing a lot of programming or data analysis, typing, mousing. It's all part of our job that we need to figure out a way to make it work for our bodies. I took this photo of my frog many years ago when we were still using, I think, Windows XP. Like this frog, I sit at my desk every day and I stare at the screen. Today I want to talk about 5 things. First of all, the mouse, the keyboard, the screen, and the chair. These are all really important things about ergonomics. And then finally, I'll conclude with a few helpful things that you can also do, like yoga, physio, massage, and stretching, which are also like a bonus to help your body recover from sitting at the desk for so long. I also play piano, and in my university and high school, I was playing piano 1 or 2 hours a day. In addition to working at a co-op job at Nokia, I was doing piano gigs on the weekends, playing at weddings. Piano also uses the arms and hands a lot. So the stress on my hands and wrists was extreme. When I was working at Nokia, I would work a full-time day, and over the year I was working there, I developed a really bad problem with my wrists and hands, so much that if I tried to type the keyboard for more than 5 seconds, there'd be excruciating pain going up my wrists and arms. I realized that the majority of the problem was coming from the mouse. This diagram here shows a skeleton using a mouse, which hopefully is not, you probably don't look like this, but maybe inside you have bones that, if you're using an ordinary mouse, your arm is twisted, and this can cause all sorts of weird problems. For me, it developed, I can still see it today, my hands are not really perfectly balanced, but I had a lot of problems with the carpal tunnel and even developed nerve damage in my wrist, so that if I tried to hold my hand steady, it would just shake uncontrollably. This was a big problem for me, and I was worried that I would have to change careers or give up piano or give up computer science and choose one or the other. But then I discovered there's the thing called the vertical mouse. And this one here, I'm the only one I've seen in the office using one, but it's made by 3M, and it's called the 3M ergonomic mouse. And when you're using it, your hand is in a vertical position, almost like a handshake. So you no longer have to do this rotation, which causes all the stress in your tendons. But it's more like just a relaxed motion, and instead of moving your wrist to move the mouse, you move your whole arm. So there's no more wrist tension or wrist pain going on. This mouse was a lifesaver for me. It's not as cute as this mouse, but it was very useful. Some of my teammates were using a different vertical mouse called the Evoluent vertical mouse. And I think that one can also have a similar approach. I would say that the vertical mouse takes time to get used to, and if you're used to regular mouse, it may seem very odd to have a different position. But I definitely recommend it if you're having problems with your wrist and hand. Next, the keyboard. This is my son about a year ago, first discovering the keyboard. I'm hoping that he'll grow up to play piano like me. For the computer keyboards, I found this Microsoft keyboard that allows you to type the keyboard with your arms spread apart like this is much better for my hands and wrists. The regular keyboard forces you to keep your hands close together, and it's not so great for your body. So definitely, if you're having problems with the keyboard, look into the Microsoft Ergonomic keyboard. It definitely seems to make keyboarding a little bit easier for me. And the monitor. This is my dog looking at his favorite YouTube channel. And you can see that the dog's eyes are about the same height as the monitor. And so you want to make sure that the top of your eyes is actually reaching the top of the monitor, so you're not straining to look up at the screen. And this picture also shows maybe the dog is a bit too close to the screen. So maybe don't put the screen too close like that. You want to lean back a little bit and adjust the color temperature to be not so bright and white, but may want to make it a bit more reddish or orange color temperature to reduce eye strain. If you've seen me working at my desk, you'll notice that I wear sunglasses at the office. And it's very odd. I get lots of comments like, why are you wearing sunglasses? For me, my eyes are very sensitive to the bright lights, especially all the new lighting they put in the office is very bright and happy looking, but it's very bad for eye strain for me. So I'm just one of these people who puts my comfort above everything. People might think I look a bit strange with sunglasses, but definitely don't. It's your body, so do what you need to do. And finally, the chair. This shows an example of a keyboard tray, which I think is a really good thing. Our desks here are very high, so if you put the keyboard on top of the desk, you're going to be straining your shoulders and creating a lot of tension in your back. So try to get a keyboard tray that lets you keep your keyboard really close to your body, and your arms should be parallel with the floor. And then in terms of the back of the chair, lean back into the chair and use the back support so that your muscles in your back are not engaged all day, because this can cause tension in your back muscles as well. So this chair is not very good because the backrest is so low, but in some of these chairs in the office, the backrest goes all the way to your shoulders, and then you can just relax your whole back onto the chair. This is some approach to sitting in chairs. I recommend studying these kind of ergonomics, especially if you plan on doing this job for another 10 years. Other things you can do, I'll briefly mention. Massage is very helpful in releasing tension and fixing postural problems. Physiotherapy can be great. Working out in the gym I find is helpful, and occasionally doing some running activities. So in conclusion, I'd like to hopefully encourage you to find a way that works for you to make the working at a desk sustainable for the long term. And think about your mouse, your keyboard, your screen, and your chair, and doing other activities that help your body cope with the demands of a desk job. So here's to another 15 years or more of working at SAP.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.